Hello, hi everyone. My name is Renee, and my business is named Nay's Way Creations. So, this is a new channel for me. I've gone through some changes with the different names and all of that good stuff, and I've decided on Nay's Ways Creation. It used to be Hustle Official 24/7, Critically Creative. I've done quite a few different names, but I am sticking with this. I've already got went down to the Prothonotari's office and did a DBA for Nay's Ways Creation. So it's still Hustle Official 24/7. But guess what? I'm doing business as Nay's Ways Creation. Now, that being said, today what I'm going to be creating is an stove. Okay. So I recently started going to do my graduation stuff basically. As you know, it's graduation season, so we got to get ready, right? So I went into Photoshop, did a design. Actually, the design that I have to give credit to Crafters Mastermind 2.0 and with Cassandra Smith. Um, I joined that group, and it's given me so much of a boost in just my energy for doing business, giving me a better understanding of how things work. And it also comes along with a lot of great templates. And one of them is a stole. So I am going to be doing my daughter's stole today. Okay. Yes, yes. All right. So you have the bigger sizes, which would be a 72-inch or a 60-inch. But today I'm doing her stole for her graduation. She's leaving pre-K and going to kindergarten. Woohoo! So that's a big time for her, right? So I'm going to bring my camera down so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. And I recently reorganized my office, which I'm extremely proud about because it was, oh man, it was hard out here for a girl. I mean, I have the space, so to speak, but I didn't have the space, if that makes any sense. So now I have an open range here with a 6 foot table that I can do my work on. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it down so that you can see. Okay, all right, so this is the stole. This is a 50-inch stole. All right, now I've done one before, and I want to tell you guys some of the tips here is when you're going to print your design, sublimate your design, like press it, make sure that you have it on the right side for each side because the last stove I did, I printed it on one side here with had the design, and then I realized once I put it on that this side was blank and the design was on the other side. So just make sure that when you're pressing your stuff that your stove that is on the right side each time, okay? So what I have for supplies is I'm using ASUB paper. That's a brand. It's ASUB sublimation paper. I'm not using any special sizing other than a letter size, which is 8.5 by 11. And that's about it. So when it comes out of the printer, it's going to be like this. You're going to have a lot of white on the sides. Now, that technically doesn't matter, but you can bring down your sides like that. Okay. Maybe even go for gold and do the top. This one definitely doesn't matter because this actually is a 60-inch template, and I'm doing a 50, right? So at the end of the day, it's really not gonna matter, so to speak. So I'm gonna just show you the tiling technique that I've learned. And so this is the one I've already tiled together. I tiled it together with masking tape in the back. Okay. Now I'm going to continue this by taking the last sheet, cutting it at the bottom. Okay. So each sheet, when it comes out, is going to have a white border on it, right? You leave the very first piece, which means the part with the point at the bottom. You leave that white part there at the top of that one. I can peel it back a little and show you. You leave that one there. But then the rest of them, as you go up, and it should be about 3 pieces. It should be 6 if it's tiled. It should be 6 papers. So the other 2 should be cut at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Now, it won't take all of this, obviously, to fit this 50-inch, but that doesn't matter because as long as it's wide enough that it goes past, you know what I'm saying, the sides of your stole, you're good. Okay. So now I'm just going to, oh, sorry. Now I'm going to cut the bottom of this off, making sure not to leave any white there because that's where you'll get the ghost, you know, you'll get that white line, that prominent line there. So you just have to make sure. And I am the worst cutter ever. Okay, well. Okay, so not for this, baby. So now I'm going to take the masking tape and I'm going to pull it off. Okay, measure it out a little bit. Not a little bit, but just to make sure that it covers, that it holds the 2 pieces together from one end to the other. I'm going to do this. No ruler needed, just eyeball that. I'm going to bring the tape halfway. Okay. Now that it's on halfway, I'm now going to bring my last piece. Bring that down so you can see. Line it up. Line it up. I like to line it up edge to edge. Now, for some reason, I don't think this actually even goes to this side. I want to say this goes over here because I have like paint splatter in the back. So what's giving me that indication is that, there we go, yeah. So I want to make sure that your pictures match up. So I can tell now that this one goes over here like that and not on the other one because it wasn't matching up over here. So I'm going to move this over. Go ahead and pull me off another piece of tape. And sometimes it's just literally the little things like this that'll mess up your whole project if you're not paying attention, obviously. So, go. Gonna bring the tape down. Halfway. Making sure there's no bubbles in the tape. Okay, so you look it over and make sure there's no bubbles there. So that's flush, you know what I mean? Now I'm gonna go ahead and do what I was gonna do on the other side. And now that I understand why, I kept looking at it like, wait a minute, I know this curve, this slant goes on the right side of the stole, but remember, let's go back a second. You have to, when you're sublimating, you have to flip it horizontally. So that's why it's now on the left-hand side and not the right-hand side, okay? So let's go. Here we are. Placing this down on top of here. It's matching up like it should have done over there because this is the one it goes to.
I like that hairstyle.
Mm-hmm. And now it's sealed in place. Now, another little tip and trick that I learned is to
Put it on this.
use some adhesive spray. All right. So I'm going to show you my adhesive spray. which is my Super 77. Okay. Super 77. And the only thing, the tip I would give you for using your spray is that it's adhesive. So it's going to get sticky around the opening of your can, your aerosol can, right? So you just have to make sure before you start using it that you clear off the nozzle and also do a spray check with your trash can. So what I like to do is take my trash can, spray into it, and look at the mist and see if the mist is coming out in a nice spray. It's not droplets. That's a big no-no. Oh my God, if you get droplets on this, it messes up the whole picture, right? So I'm gonna just spray this into the trash can. Up, see, it's going up. I saw. Okay, that one's better. All right, so that's a good spray. So what I'm gonna do is stand or put my arm all the way up, move the stole out the way. Okay, and now I'm going to do a quick spray from the very top here, like that. They are droplets, so they will definitely fall down onto the thing. So now, this is the left side of the stole. So let me make sure I'm doing this right.
It fits me.
So I want to, well, that doesn't really matter actually in this case because of the fact that it's too big anyway. It's a 72 and this is a 60. So at this point, I just need to make sure that when I go to to heat press the other side, that I do it on the same side. So the V goes down the back like this. So this one should be on your left side. So I'm gonna do this over here. And now that the spray is there, it's sticky. It's like sticky, but not too much, you know?
Yeah. And she has a special gift.
Oh, she does?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take my hand and gently go up.
Mm-hmm. Slide it.
I kind of want to move this over because
I was rather getting mayo.
Yes, you were.
Because we don't have no mayo.
Okay, I'm going to take my hand while making sure that it stays straight. Okay, just like that. That looks like it kind of curves just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm making one small mistake here. I'm going to bring this back up. I'm going to go and heat press this a little bit, okay? Because I want to take the wrinkles out and the moisture out. So you can follow me over here to my heat press.
Can I come?
And I'm going to lay down some butcher paper. Make sure it's clean. It has no previous images on it. my heat press was just on while I was preparing to do the video. It turned off, you know, there's like a self turn off if it's not used at a certain time. So it was already had heat up there already. So it's going to be enough to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to take out whatever heat, moisture, and also the wrinkles. So I'm actually going to do is fold this over because there could be something on the top of your heat press, right? So just be on the safe side. But it cooled down very quickly. Geez, it was just at 400, and then just like that, please don't touch that.
Okay.
And just like that, it's now down to 180 something. Now it's up to 200. So I'm gonna go ahead and and press it for a few seconds, maybe 5 or 6 seconds here.
I like that outfit the most.
Mm-hmm.
I like that outfit.
Just want to get that hard line out that was in there. So that's what I'm doing now, getting that hard line out. That way it's nice and flat. The moisture's taken out of the garment.
That Halloween one, I like the Halloween one. I like this outfit is the most one I like. And this outfit I like, and that outfit, and that outfit. Except that outfit, because it's all black and white.
I mean, these lines in there, they must have been folded for a long time because they were deeply in there.
Like that one, and that one.
Better. Let's do the other side.
And it
I'm
says
a little scared now because
2021 graduating from preschool in 2021 and going into kindergarten, right?
the only thing is I don't want, this has a little bit of the adhesive up there, so I kind of don't want it to stick. So maybe try some more of these. Okay. If I would have put that on the paper though, it would have stuck to the paper and I would have had a disaster on my hands. So just some quick thinking. I'm using it between 2 heat cushions, heat press cushions.
Heat press push.
Pillows.
It's fine, mommy.
No, it's not. It really needs to be those lines to be pressed out because it's gonna make a difference. It's gonna make a difference in how the design goes onto the substrate. Okay, because if there's a line in it, obviously it's not gonna lay it properly like it should. So right now I'm just yeah. I had already missed this step, so I had already put adhesive spray on my cloth here on my sole. So I'm not using a typical butcher paper to do this because it's going to stick to the butcher paper at this point.
But we don't want it to stick.
Nope. Now when I did that, now I have a little adhesive on there. I'm going to
Put it on the paper.
do it on the paper.
On this
All right, it's up to 365. So by the time I do this, it should be all the way. It will be all the way to 400. Okay. All right, now we've gotten our stove pressed out.
It's
So I'm gonna go ahead and
put it on.
this is gonna be the right side. So I want to do it this way.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be in softball like Sissy, right?
All right, guys. So move it over just a tad here.
Yeah, look on
The
her.
biggest thing is making sure that, like I said, although this is a bigger template, I still want to make sure that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start pressing this. Now, what I did for this is I used one of my Amazon boxes that came. Something came in here long. I forget what it was. Oh, baseball bats. But I had a large box, not too large, but definitely a long box. Okay. So as you hear, the heat press is going off now. I am going to lay my board underneath. The reason for the board is so that it stays firm. Okay. Oh, one last thing. Just to be on the safe side, I'm also going to use heat tape and go down the sides here. Although that adhesive, baby, spray is doing what it needs to do, for sure. But just to be on the safe side, because you don't want to waste materials. You just want to put a little heat tape on it. Okay. Of course, heat tape is very thin. So, getting it proportionate where it's halfway can be a little tedious. But I tell you one thing, it definitely tapes. That's for sure. Because when you go to get it up, Lord. So now that I have it taped, it's on my board. I'm going to move back over to my heat press over here. I'll bring you guys closer so you can see. Just going to take a fresh piece of butcher paper just to make sure. I'm going to take this off because I don't need that. Now, the flip. Okay? So we don't call this. Now I have to flip the design, the whole thing over. And that's where your adhesive spray and your tape, your heat tape come in handy. So now I'm just going to start from the bottom here and use my butcher. using my butcher just in case there was something on the okay, we're ready to press. My heat press is at 400. We're going to do it for 60 seconds. Making sure it's all the way at the bottom here. Just want to make sure to start. Okay, now we're going to do it for 60 seconds. And then we're going to go back once it's done, obviously. And whatchamacallit. Okay. So 27 seconds. You can, well, I can see the heat coming off of the press there. You can smell it. But you probably, what I'm smelling is probably the paper box, the box. If anything else, Oh yes, you can already see that it's, you know, because you can see the, as what they would call it, bleed in there. So now because I have the board, I don't have to do much. I'm just gonna slide it on down to the next one. Okay, 60 seconds. Okay, while that's doing that, I have this one last piece on the other side that I'm going to cut the bottom off of, like such. And tile it. Okay, that one's done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And then we have the last piece here. So with the last piece, I'm not feeling comfortable about using this. I'm going to get another piece of butcher paper only because, okay, you have the other side of your stove there, right? So if you're not careful, you could get color onto that side and mess up the other side of your stove. So I am going to lay me some fresh, what was that? Oh, no, I'm not going to do anything right now until I cut off, oh shit, until I cut off this piece right here at the top. I forgot about that. Damn. All right, hold on. No. There we go. Now, whew, glad I caught that. Now what I'm going to do is lay this down. Okay. And now I'm going to press, make sure that seconds. Hold on, just one last thing. I want to make sure. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. So I'm going to peek at this other side. It looks good to me. It looks good to me. The biggest thing is your pressure. Those are little snafus. Now, if I had the proper template size, right, for the size that I'm using, then I wouldn't have to worry about that last little piece of making sure that it's cut across, because it would fit directly, you know, the slant would stop at the slant of the sides of the stove, because it would be the proper sizing template. If that makes any sense to you guys. So that wouldn't be an issue. I'm going to go for a few more seconds only because I had it up for that little bit, and maybe 10 seconds just to make sure. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. So we're going to bring it out. Oh, that's hot. Let me bring this back for you guys again. All right, so now that we have one side done, we're ready for this side. I'm going to cut off this little excess piece right here. Like that. And then I'm going to lift this side up and get this taped now on the other side. Now, this is where I said you have to be careful, because I put on the wrong side before. So let me make sure I have it on this side. I messed up with that bad. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. Move it out here. Right. I'm forgetting one part here again. Now I need to do a spray. I'm going to spray it into my trash can. Hold it up really high so that it doesn't make any marks on it. Like that. And then I'm going to make sure. All right. Now I'm going to making sure again that it's on the same side. I'm gonna line up. I can see the numbers under here, and I can bring it down just a 10. Now I do like I'm in love with this adhesive spray, because you can pick it up pretty much over and over again. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do what I didn't do last time, which is cut this at the top. Okay. now you can see the other side. Van, come here, boo. So you can see where it's stuck to the board, but that didn't matter because as long as it didn't do anything to this. But like I told y'all, honey, the heat tape never wants to let go like an ex. All right, we got one side done. Looks beautiful. You see it? Can you see it? No. Do you want to come and unlax it?
Wait, what did you say?
Nothing. So it's okay. Alrighty, so we got that side done. That looks really good.
That looks nice.
Now we're gonna go ahead. This looks like it's tilted a little somehow. Now I'm gonna add my heat tape.
It's right there.
Okay. And once you get the process down, it really doesn't take long for a stove. I'm just following the same steps as you did on one side, go to the other. I think I'm really in love with the stole making because this is so beautiful once it's done. I think I will put this as one of my top things to make now because I feel like it comes out really well. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm making sure I smooth. That's all it was, man. I wanted you to see it. That's all. See what you think.
Oh, all right.
Thank you, love. All right, so alrighty. Now up here, I'm a little concerned because I've already done this other side, right? And I'm a little concerned that I don't want any of the others. This, you know, my new side. Let me make sure I take this down. So I'm gonna do a better cut over here. Okay. Now I want to add a little tape because I want this to get all the way to the edges here. But I see that it's a little, I don't like how this is looking up top of here. So Okay. All right. So now we can take this over to the heat press again. Let's do it again. So I could probably use right here. And just to be on the safe side, what I'm going to do is be smart about it and kindly cut my butcher paper just to make sure that nothing gets anywhere where it's not supposed to be. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, where's my board? Tripping. So I'll start here. Alright, so here we go. 60 seconds right there. The one side just looks amazing right now. Like the color is just so deep and so bold. It really just looks really good. So I'm really proud of that. I'll just kind of show you over here. But I'm gonna get a close up, obviously. And like the only thing I can say is use that adhesive spray very sparingly. Like go all the way up as high as you can and just let the droplets fall. Because if you get, like this is your thing and you get right here, you're gonna have drops. Now you might get lucky to where it'll look like it resembles like it was supposed to be there basically. But yeah. Hold on, hold on. There we go. We don't have time for mistakes. Not today. Not today. So I'm gonna go ahead. I can see where I did it last time because I can see the heat press line there from the tape. So I'll push 60 again. And this will go to for my daughter's pre-K graduation. So what I'm going to do on Monday when they've been on spring break and I've been cooking in the lab here, creating, okay, my way. So now on Monday I'll be able to send her to school with her graduation cap that I did. Let me see if I can get that out. Now most people do a satin top. I did this with putting adhesive, spray adhesive on and maybe a little glue, hot glue, but basically just spray adhesive. And then put something heavy on it until it stuck to the top. Let me take a step back. I did that by putting now I'm gonna put piece in. So I took a piece of glitter vinyl, right? I, instead of heat pressing it onto there, I literally just used some spray adhesive just to keep it in place, and then set it upside down like this. But of course, nothing was up there yet. I still had the plastic carrier on it, and then laid something heavy on all four corners, because as you can see, it kind of, bends a little bit. So on all four corners, make sure the corners, because that's your biggest deal, that the corners were pressed down, right? And then after it was done drying and was completely stuck, I put my rhinestones on. Okay. Just, and I had her help me. She helped me with her. My little helper, I would call her. Oh. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. So I'm going to bring it back over to the table. Yes, I would encourage you to use heat gloves. So let's see what we got here on the other side. Okay. Hang it up. And peel it back. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. Wow. That's so nice. So, 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 so nice. Take this heat tape on. And thank you, Jesus. I have it on the right side this time. I ain't gonna tell y'all I had to do a two-sided stole the other day because I made a mistake and put one side this way and the other side this way. So it was looking like this basically. So this is the right way. So it says hello. Oh, wait a minute, yeah. Hold on. By pre-K. And it has Gabby Girl, has all stuff. And it says hello Kinder. So there you go. Gabby, come here. Come and put it on. Dun, dun, dun.
I love it.
You love it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a little piece of... Well, go ahead and put it on. Come here. Let's model it first. Nice.
Can I go show Sissy?
Hold on. Let me look.
This is what Mommy did to my graduation thing. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. ABC Mouse Girl.
Yes, honey. So this is looking
I'm
fabulous.
gonna go show Sissy now.
Really? You're just going to take it from me? All right, folks. Well, that's the person we have to get the approval from because she's the one who has to wear it. So thank you again for joining my channel today. This was done live, but of obviously being my first video, not too many people, let's see, 0 people watching live. But of course, this will be posted and you guys will be able to come back and see what I did. And hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully I gave you some gems. And hopefully you'll return back to my channel for more exciting, was it exciting, fun video? How to DIY, whatever. All right, y'all. Peace, 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 peace. Thank you again. Mwah. Have a great day, guys. Make sure your day, though, is Hustle Official 24/7. All right. Bye, guys.